I think we got to be honest with ourselves about and be open to the level of accountability that's going to take for you to achieve whatever it is. But I'm just asking, I want us to ask an honest question of ourselves. Why do we always say I'll start that on Monday? Why do we always say I'll start next month? Why do we say I'll wait until January? January comes, now it's too cold because you don't want to go outside and work out. And now you're like, well, in the spring when it's warmer, I'll whatever. And then the spring comes around and then we say, well, I'm too busy. Or somebody presents you with a wonderful opportunity to kind of start a side business while you're working your regular job. You know you need to make some extra money. But then, I don't know. Right now ain't the right time. We always push off the very thing that's going to help us achieve whatever it is that we said we wanted. Why do we do that? It's because up here, you are fighting a fight or flight situation that you got to get under control. Some of us are fighting change. I did a post on IG, and on my post, I said some people don't want you to change their mind. They are fighting for their limiting beliefs. I don't know about you, but I get very frustrated when I talk to people. I'll just be completely honest. I get very frustrated if I'm having a conversation with somebody. They have a particular goal of whatever they want to achieve, and I'm willing to listen. But then when we start having the realistic conversations about, hey, what have you done towards that? What things have you actually put in place? How have you, put action behind what you said you wanted, right? There's no action, right? Or we excuse our way out of a situation, right? Well, I didn't have this, I didn't have that, I didn't have this, I didn't have that. Like right now, somebody's watching this video, right? And they're going, well, man, I wish I had a nice camera like you do. And if I had that background, I would be on all the time. Well, I'm sorry, you're paying for probably the latest phone right now. You have a camera, a microphone, and the world's greatest piece of technology in your pocket. So why haven't you shot a video? If that's what you said you want to do, right? People say, well, I don't have a workout plan. I'm sorry, on YouTube and on IG that you thumb flick through every day, there's people who post videos all the time for free of different workouts. Heck, I even posted one that I did while I was in Cabo, right? But my point is, it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying don't feel bad. Like I'm not getting on you. I do it too. The kicker is I'm more self-aware about, Chris, that is a you problem. We're always looking to get out of something. We always shy away from commitment. And the real reason is, if we really broke it down to its purest sense about as a human, the reason why sometimes we don't like commitment to our goals, to ourselves, to other people, or to something that we said we were going to do, it has everything to do with the fact that, you know what? I don't like failing. And if I fail, then somebody's going to see me fail. And if they see me fail, I'm not going to have the credibility, or I got this image to keep up, or whatever that thing is that we tell ourselves, right? And thus you do nothing, right? So I think about this all the time for myself because, yes, I think about things like, what am I going to accomplish next year, and how am I going to accomplish it, and what am I going to do? But I'm willing to have the honest conversation with myself about what next year really means. For example, I've got a couple of personal goals. I got some business goals. I got some personal development goals. I got some body goals. But the one thing I'm willing to have the conversation with myself about is, what am I not going to do in order to create margin in my life to actually do the thing that I want to achieve? I think that's a fair question. See, sometimes I really believe that in life, we don't ask ourselves better questions. We're too busy asking surface questions. Like, if you've already started thinking about next year, ask yourself why you haven't started already. Why do you have to, by the way, what is next year? What is the turn of the date actually going to do for you? Because the last time I checked, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it happens every day. And if you're blessed enough to wake up, then you had a choice to actually go do something about the goals and the things that you said you wanted. I'm just saying, I think it's important that yes, you might have goals about next year, but be honest with yourself and ask the real question. If that's what I want for next year, why didn't I start it already? What actually is the turn of a date really gonna make me do? See, the truth of the matter is, it ain't the date, it ain't the weather, it ain't you too busy. It's not even what you don't have, what you lack. It's none of that. You know what it is? The willingness to do. And do, and do, and do, while nobody's looking, while you're not getting accolades, while nobody's out here telling you, oh, keep going, when nobody's paying attention on a Tuesday afternoon at 3:00 in the afternoon, are you doing what you said you wanted? Or do you need a crowd? Right? Do you need a crowd? Do you need somebody to pump and prime you to get it done? I'm going to tell you right now, the people that I see that are high achievers, the people who are actually getting stuff done in their lives, they don't need anybody else's pom-poms. In fact, other people's opinion and feelings about their achievements mean probably very little to them. Because it means more to themselves that they actually set out to do something. They carved out time, things in their life to create margin to go do, and they execute it. That's all. And I promise you that everything that right now you're saying you want next year is all wrapped in how much execution are you doing today? Again, ask yourself, what is the turn of the dial actually going to do for you? Is there some magic thing that happens on January 1st, 2022 at, 12:01 a.m.? No, nothing magical. We celebrate, sure. Some of y'all might pop some champagne. Some of y'all will have your favorite beverage. Some people will hug and kiss their family and friends. But January 1st is the same January 1st that's been happening for every year you've been alive. The turn of the date has nothing to do with whether or not you actually going to execute. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So that's because your mind is already made up. Your mind is made up. Your mind is made up of the habits, of the fears, of the doubts, of the inactivity that you already have. The habits, the fears, the doubts, the inactivity. The habits, the fears, the doubts, the inactivity. You already have those. So when we start talking about, okay, I want to achieve something next year, or I'm going to wait till next month, or I'm going to wait. I got to need this first. I need that first, and I need that. You need to actually do something. And I also realize this about making excuses. Excuses allow us to stay comfortable so we don't have to do. Right? So let's say you said, hey, I want to document, my journey as I'm, going into real estate. And shout out to my wife today for, by the time you hear this, it'll be a few days later on the podcast or you see the video. But my wife closed on another deal on our house. Super excited for her. Congratulations to you, boo. But, some of you want to, jump into real estate. Some of you want to lose some weight. Some of you are trying to get your series, 63 or whatever the case may be. Some of you have certain things. But we like to say what's in our way that's preventing us from doing it. Not necessarily, oh, well, I don't have the money. Well, really? How much money did you spend on Starbucks this year alone? I'll wait.